What's up YouTube? Welcome back to Loaded Tech, and today we're going to be looking at macro extension tubes. And if you never heard of a macro extension tube, what these do is they allow you to convert your existing lens, so a lens that you already have, into a macro lens. And a macro lens will allow you to get those close-up magnified shots that you see all over the internet. So this is an inexpensive way to get that look. So this particular macro tube that I'm using is specifically for Sony cameras with the E-mount lens attachment, but they make these macro tubes for all different camera manufacturers, so you should be able to find it no matter what type of camera that you have. And the cool thing about these is they come with caps on both sides, and while the macro tubes don't really need these caps can serve as a replacement for your lens cap or your camera sensor cover. So here I am, I'm taking off the caps, and now you can see the inside of the macro tube. You'll see that these tubes, these are actually made of plastic, but they do have the metal connections to control your lens electronic functions such as autofocus or your aperture control, so you won't lose any functionality with your lens when you're using these macro tubes. On the side, you can see they have these spring-loaded buttons or levers, and that's going to be your lens release button. So you just press that down and twist off your lens just like any other camera accessory. So here's another look at the inside. You can see it has those pin connections on one side, and on the other side it has the flat metal pads. And once again, that's to give you the continuity from your camera to your lens to bridge that connection so that you can still control the electronic functions of your lens. To demonstrate how these macro extension tubes fit on your camera and your lens, I'm going to be using my Sony a5000, and it does have the E-mount attachment. So in this macro tube extension set, it comes with a 16mm tube and a 10mm tube, and these tubes can be used independently, or you can use them both together to get a 26mm extension. So here I am putting it on to the camera, and just like any lens, you just line up the dots and twist it on, and it'll click into place. So pretty easy installment for the macro tube. And for the lens, I have my Sony 50mm f1.8 lens, and of course it's an E-mount, and I'll demonstrate how it attaches on to the macro tube. Once again, just line up those white dots and twist on your lens just like any other lens attachment. So here's the macro extension tube and the lens all together on the camera. So next up, we'll have some test footage to show you exactly how much magnification you can get using these extension tubes. So starting off, we have the Sony 50mm lens alone with no extension tube connected. This is the absolute closest you can get with this lens. Now, this is the lens with the 10mm extension tube. So you see, we were able to get a little more magnification on it. Here's the lens with the 16mm extension tube, so we're getting even closer. And here's a shot using the 16mm and the 10mm extension tube, and you can see you can get some extreme magnification with both of those tubes together on the lens. So you can use these extension tubes with photo and video. And up next we have just a couple of test photographs that I took using the extension tubes. Here's a shot with my 55 to 210 telephoto lens, and with the telephoto lens you're actually able to stand further away from your subject and still get the macro shot. So here's some shots with my 16 to 50 kit lens, and shockingly enough I was able to get the most magnification using this kit lens versus the other lenses that I used. So as you can see, these extension tubes react differently to each different type of lens. So this definitely make a great addition to your camera gear, something to play around with, experiment with, to see exactly which lens works the best for you. So these extension tubes cost usually less than $20. So let me know if you picked some up or if you've ever used any, and let me know how they worked out for you. But until next time, thanks for watching Lotted Tech.